welcome to another episode of The World According to Jakai, where I share my opinion about this world, but trust me, I am not of this world. Welcome back to another episode, you guys. Thank you so much to my consistent listeners who have just been with me throughout this journey. I know that when episodes drop, it's not really normal. You just get a notification on your phone. You're like, oh, The World According to Jakai, new episode. Yes, I know it's a little crazy right now, but my plan is to, as I'm entering summer, I'm doing my internship. A lot of you guys have seen that I'm now interning at Fox 5 News in Atlanta, which is really huge because I feel like they're either number 4 or number 6 in like the largest markets in the whole world. So Fox 5 has just been amazing. But I say that to say I'm just getting in like the routine of this summer. Like, what is my routine? I haven't been working out in like the past week. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, I need to stick to a plan. Like, what are going to be my days to work out? What are not going to be my days to work out? And then also with this podcast, I want to start posting on Sundays. So please look out for that. I'll probably like create a graphic and post it on social media. I've also been thinking about vlogging. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing like a vlog. Honestly, I have to say the YouTube creators, shout out to them who are consistent with posting on YouTube. Like, it is really, really, really hard, and not hard to be present in front of a camera. Like, I can do that, although it's hard to like bring the equipment with me everywhere I go. Like, I don't want to leave the equipment in the car, so then I have to take it with me, but not everywhere can I take my camera and stuff with me. So it's definitely different. So look out for that. I probably will start that. What I've been up to lately, started a new show, you guys, called Yellowstone. This show and series is so good. I know I'm really, really late. I am just in love with this show. I'm in love with the characters. I'm so invested in the Dutton family, even though their family is really dysfunctional. But I love it. Getting into today's episode, I wanted to talk to my girlies. You know, I mean, even though majority of my listeners are women, are girls, I don't like to leave out the men. I want my messages to, you know, hit them as well as the woman. But today I feel like I'm talking a little bit more to my girlies, because I hear so many of my girlfriends say, you know, when they're dating, when they're single, they're like, I don't know, like, I feel like a guy is always supposed to pursue me. I'm never going to talk to him first. I'm so nervous. I can't. I'm so afraid of rejection. I just don't want to do it. And listen, I totally understand that, because I was once that girl where I was like, you know what? I'm not going up to him first. Like, even though if he's my crush, if I like him, not going up to him first. He has to come to me. He has to pursue me. And granted, it does say in the Bible, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So it is the man pursuing a woman who he feels like should be his wife. That is the way that it's supposed to be in my head. Although, who's to ever say that you can't go up to someone first, say, hey, you're cute, hi, introduce yourself, and then like, that's just that. And then the ball is in their court to pursue you or not. I'm saying this because my mind has shifted from that thinking of I could never go up to a guy to now it's like I could totally go up to a guy. So this is my story time, and this is when everything for me changed. At Auburn University, it was my sophomore year of college, and we were going to this party at this clubhouse. Well, actually, no. Rewind. We went to Waffle House before. I don't know why we were in, well, I think that we were gonna get something to eat. Honestly, I don't know why we were walking over there. And we walk up on this girl that I see, who I know, and her friends. And so, I start talking to her, we're chatting it up. I'm talking to her friends. We end up doing a TikTok out there in the parking lot. And I see this guy, but like, I didn't really think at the time, like, that he was cute or anything like that. Like, cause honestly, it was so dark outside and he was so quiet that I just I wasn't interested. Like, I didn't really know him like that. So fast forward to the party, we all get to this clubhouse party. And honestly, it was really boring and lame. And when I say boring and lame, like, there was nobody dancing, the music wasn't good, it was like pointless being there. And so I remember seeing this guy playing pool with two other girls, well, women. And I was like, like, he's kind of cute. And I just kept it to myself. And I remember thinking to myself, like, seeing the way he was dressed, I'm like, he has to be from Atlanta, because I haven't seen any other guy out here who dresses as good as him. That's literally what I thought to myself. So going out inside the parking lot, now we're leaving the party. I see this friend again, and I see the guy who she's with and her other friends. So I go up to him and I'm just like talking my head off. Like, like when you had a couple of drinks, you have the liquid courage. I go up to him and I'm like, just like asking him about himself, being like, oh, I saw you playing pool with those two girls. Do you know them? Like being nosy, just checking out the scene. I remember like complimenting him and saying that, like, his energy, his aura reminds me of like a powerful figure. Like, I don't know, like when I met him, he just gave me the vibes that he was smart and that he was willing to like stick up in what he believed in, and that he was like a good guy. After leaving that party, I wasn't thinking about him. I was just doing my own thing, and I ended up getting a Snapchat from him, and he's like, do you want to meet me at campus and like we can just like walk together like around campus? Well, that's when I met him up at campus and we were walking around. We ended up on like the roof of the business building, because like our business building has like a huge roof where we can all like lounge. Our conversations weren't like small talk and they weren't awkward. It was like when I first met him, it was like we were really, really, really getting to know each other. We were asking each other, like, we were talking about God at one point. We were talking about our relationship with God. We were talking about like so many things that typically, like when you're meeting people at college, like you're not talking about those deep things. It's just very surface level. And so after that, I was like, okay, I like him and I will for sure start talking to him. And ever since then, my now boyfriend is that guy that I'm talking about in this story. And ever since that date, like we were inseparable since. I'm surprised how fast we had just gotten close. Like it almost didn't make sense, because it's like, I have friends that I've been with for a year. You're with your friends who you've known for so long. Like, why are these two strangers like meshing and getting along so well? And they're just so close. It's like they just met, but they're so close. That's why now when I hear a woman say like, he has to come up to me and initiate it, I'm not going to him. I understand what you mean. You want to feel pursued, but you can still feel pursued and still show your interest in someone first, and like, you don't have to tell that person, hey, I like you, but you can just go up to them and have a conversation, because sometimes it's like men are shy or men are awkward in their communication, or they're afraid of rejection because they may be used to going up to women so much and they're used to getting rejected a lot. So I would honestly just say, Like, go up to that guy. Go up to that guy that you feel like, I've been really liking him, or like not even that you've been really liking him, you just think he's cute. You can go up to him and talk to him. Like, I know that this sounds like basic, like duh, but there are a lot of women who I've been talking to who do not like talking first. Another story time, I was talking to this girl, and she, like, for example, we were talking about a celebrity crush that she had. Well, she had said, I will for sure never slide in his DMs, like never slide in his DMs, never slide in a guy's DMs. Like, if I think he's cute, not telling him, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm different, because if I think he's cute, or if he posts a photo that I like, I'm for sure going to tell him. Like, if that's what I want to do, I'm going to do that. And I don't think that you should let your ego or your pride stop you from initiating conversations first. Every woman's different, and I'm sure there are women out there who are happily married, who never had to chase after a man, or never had to make the move first, and that's totally fine. Although you can still be in a happy, healthy relationship and go up to the man first, or go up to the partner first and say, hey, how are you? Like, just trying to get to know you. Because sometimes I feel like closed mouths never get fed. And I don't know if it's just me, but like watching TV shows or like watching movies, for example, Yellowstone, there is two people on there who like each other. So Beth likes Rip and Rip likes Beth, but they're not exclusive. Neither of them will say at the beginning of their relationship, I like you, I like you. It was like this weird tension between them, and it led to arguments, it led to resentment, it led to them not speaking to each other. And I just feel like, just be honest, like, don't play games. Like, if you like somebody, straight up tell them, listen, I like you. Like, I like you. There's nothing you can do about it. I like you. Guys like that. Like, guys like a woman who's direct, like a woman who knows what she wants, you know? And that doesn't make you desperate at all. Like, this does not make you desperate. This just means that you're a woman who knows what you want, and that's sexy. That is attractive. Like, for sure. The conclusion of all of this is, get out of your head. If you see somebody who you like, go up to them. Like, don't be afraid of being rejected. I've seen a video of this man who got rejected by a girl, and he like started firing shots with his gun. And that is because he is afraid of rejection. If you're going to go up to somebody and introduce yourself and show your interest in someone, be prepared that they may not like you. And that's okay. Like, a part of going up to somebody first is saying, I have enough confidence in myself that you can either take it or leave it. And honey, if you leave it, how about this? You're missing out on what could have been a great friend and what could have been a great girlfriend. So at the end of the day, they're missing out, not you. Even for men, I get it can be hard because you all are usually the ones who have to initiate stuff. Although, just normalize like going up to somebody and saying, as what I just said, take it or leave it. Because at the end of the day, there's how many people on this earth? Like billions. You can find somebody. There's somebody for everybody. Like, if you really, really, really want to find somebody, you can find somebody. This actually brings me to being single. I feel like being single, you should honestly enjoy it, because it's a beautiful time in your life. Instead of trying to rush to meet that person or be so depressed that you don't have a person, do all the stuff that you would do with a person with yourself. Like, I've taken myself out on countless of dates, to the movies, to nice restaurants, to the ice cream shop, shopping, just like those activities that you do. Like, go out with yourself. Like, you are your best friend, because trust me, when you get a significant other, you want to be whole. You don't want to be like half and half and then we come together and we make a whole, because no, you need your own identity. And even when you have a marriage, you're going to need that. Like, that person is going to need to hear your side of the story, what you think, what you bring to the table, because that is how you help a relationship. So I would just say enjoy your single season. And also with being single, you're going to stay single if you stay in your house. I'm sorry, this is just my belief. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below if you have a story that proves me wrong. Although if you're single and all you do is go to work and go back straight back home, unless you find somebody at work, or unless you are dating your gardener, you're not going to meet any new people, because you're too worried about, I don't want to go out by myself. I don't want to, meet new people. But that's holding you back. Go out and, sit at that bar by yourself. Have a drink. Let somebody buy you a drink. Just go out to festivals. Like, look at what your community has, like different events that they have, and go out to those and just meet new people. And don't go in with the expectation like this has to be the one, because I'm telling you, you will break your heart. Like, you just will. Like, you will break your heart by trying to put all your eggs in one basket. Be friends with everybody, go into it with an open mind with everybody, and don't settle so fast. I see so many people who are dating somebody for a year or 2 years and they're like, my husband, we're never breaking apart. And then the next year they break up and then they're broken. Now they're having to pick up all the pieces because they weren't taking care of themselves. And that's my whole thing. Like, have your own individuality and keep an open mind when you're single, keep an open mind when you're dating, and just realize, like, even if me and this person don't end together, we had an amazing time. I learned so much. On to the next. Like, go into it with an open mind, because that will allow you to have so much fun in the relationship rather than feeling immense pressure. I was actually talking to one of my guy friends, and he told me that he was like, it seems like the women who are career driven are more miserable and bitter than women who choose to get a family first, choose to get a husband first. And that statement to me just let me know what type of wife he's looking for. There are men who don't really want their wives to speak up like that. They don't want their wives to be putting anything before them. For me, I know I cannot marry a man that thinks like that, because I want a man who is like, honey, you go out, you get it. Like, I'm gonna hold down the kids, I'm gonna hold down the house, like, for you to go get it. You go follow your dreams, you go do what you're meant to do. I don't want to be with anybody where I'm their whole life. Like, for me, that is extremely boring. I'd rather have somebody who has their own life going on, and we just happen to be in love and we just happen to be together. Or I don't get making a boyfriend your whole personality. On TikTok, I'm sorry, I just have to call them out, but like Monet and Alex Earl, yes, I look at them. Yes, I like their content. Although I do feel like they make their boyfriends their whole personality. Like, we're always seeing something about them. They're always talking about them. And it's kind of like, I get it. You're in love. You really like this person. Although we followed you. We didn't come here to follow your boyfriend. Like, we don't care what he has going on. Now, there are a lot of women who do want to be nosy and who love to hear about your relationship and everything that you have going on. But me, on the other hand, I followed them for them. I don't want to really see their boyfriends like that. Like, yes, here and there, that's fine. But making it your whole personality is just dead. Or have you ever heard of like a friend who has a boyfriend, gets a boyfriend, and then she cuts off all her friends. But then when they break up, she goes back to the friends. Like, don't be that type of chick. You're grown. Like, your man is not your everything. Your man should not be your only friend. I'm sorry. That is very, very weird. You should have friends. Should have other people outside of the relationship that you talk to. I even saw a TikTok. I think her name's Aaliyah. She's a famous girl on TikTok and YouTube. But she said, like, your boyfriend's family is not your family. And that is so true. Why are people treating a boyfriend and a girlfriend like a covenant relationship? And it's not. Like, you're not married yet. So why do you think and have the audacity to think that just because you're friends with his friends, that they have the same loyalty to you that they do to him? That is your biggest mistake, because it's not reality. Like, his family is not your family. Like, so you need to create your own. Like, you need to have your own circle, your own support system. So if that goes bad, you have your people, period. It's kind of like a prenup. Like, sign the prenup so that it's not like we're having to take each other's stuff that we didn't really earn. Like, your stuff is your stuff, my stuff is my stuff. And yeah, I feel like that's probably also where I'm different when it comes to women, because I'm like going to be the first person like, prenup, we want prenup. Absolutely, because what I worked for, and there needs to be a line, and that goes for family and friends. Like, there is that line. I felt like this is really short and sweet, but everything I said today, I know that women need to hear it, and I know that it will for sure make a huge difference in people's lives, because if I only knew this earlier, I was such a hopeless romantic that would, bet on every guy that I was dating to be my husband, and when it didn't work out, I would lose my mind. So now I'm in a healthier mindset in my life, and I'm protecting my heart, and I just want the same for you. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. Do not forget to like and comment on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe either on all of those platforms. Make sure that you follow me on my Instagram at The World According to Jakai and Jakai Spikes for more updates. Bye!